episode 8. And also this, well, before I say the contest, the person who was eliminated, I think, is Jaden. Wait, what? Why do all of you say, wait, what, whenever you get eliminated? What else could we say? Just react like a normal person? Well, you're the 6th person out, I think, so. Stop. Get back here. Sorry. So, this is going to be like, all of you are going to have to answer questions, and the person with the least amount of questions loses. Also, you two are disqualified again, so you can just watch. Because you two, right when we get to the halfway point, then you don't have immunity anymore. So right when we get to 2 teams of 7, you are both not getting immunity. You're just going to have to, if you get eliminated, you get eliminated. There's no questions about that. Also, I might need to pause the video every time because I have like a little notes thing that tells me what questions are what questions. So I would have to keep pausing, have to keep ending the video and getting, okay? So, yeah. I almost forgot. Well, actually, let's just get to the first question. Okay, first question of all of you 4 teams. Which episode has the most views ever? Well, Thomas, episode, not video ever. I know what. Also, I know you're going to get most of it. Your team is probably going to win. I know. What is it? Season 1, episode 1. Correct. So, we have to get to the second question. Okay, question 2. Who was the first ever character to be voice acted in the series? The first character to have a speaking role. I don't know. I think I know. What? I'm just going to say it myself because I don't care. Actually, correct. Wait, what? What? Gordon was actually the first ever character to speak in Season 1, Episode 1. So he was the first ever character to talk. This one is focused on James, so he might get it. How many times has James's design changed in Trackmaster series? Not talking about Trackmaster game. How are we going to guess that? I know. Well, I think that it's 3. That's how much I think you have because you were recolored with paint colors. Your model got changed twice to a motorized, then to this. So that's actually 4. Because you also got shot in the head and gained stitches, which is actually 5. Well, so basically, you were wrong. You were wrong. Okay. That means that you only won once. You won once. Next one. When was my first ever Thomas content? Not specifically on YouTube. When was the first ever Thomas story I made in my life? I think I know, but this is what you say it is. 2016, which is true. I say that October of 2016 was when I started making Thomas stuff by myself and with my brother. Not on any platform. I just started making stories. But that's what I predict, but it could have been way later. It could have been 2018, for all I know. So Thomas got 2 points. Gordon's team got 1. You 2 got 0, so you might get out. And now I have to go pause so I can see the next one. Questions. These 2 questions are roped into each other. The first one is, when did I leave the Thomas fandom? When did I stop liking Thomas for a bit? I think I know, but I could be wrong. 2019. That's true. I left Thomas in 2019 because I started getting attached to Skylanders and Disney Infinity. Then I got, the next question is, when did I rejoin the Thomas fandom? Like, when did I come back? I know that one too. 2023, which is also true. 2023, I rejoined because I started watching Thomas again. I started getting back into I started watching a lot of my Thomas shows that I used to watch during childhood. Then the next one, which is, I think, question 7. What railway did Thomas and his siblings work on? What was it called? I know. I think it was called the LBSC, but it also had a longer name. That is true. Well, it's obvious that Happy and Shocker would guess it before Thomas. Wow. You only worked on the railway for less than a year. They worked on it for... Wait, when did you guys first join the Klypto Railway? 1980s. So you both were on LBSC for over 70 years. Same with Jaden. Wait, when did Jimmy join the Klypto? 2023. So I was on the Klypto for like 90 years. 90 to 100 years. Over 110 years. Dang. So, of course, your team would guess it too. So, now, question 8. Also, there's only 10 questions, so we just have to see who gets it. So, next question. This is mostly a joke question, but what's 9 plus 10, boys? Oh, I know that. Me too. Bop, bam. 21. That's true. I just wanted... I didn't even choose this question myself. One of my friends said, make this a question in the video, and I just said, oh, frick it. I didn't even choose this myself. I just thought it was too funny to not add. So now, the last 2 questions, I have to go look at them. So, So, the last 2 questions are, they're roped into each other. When was the first Thomas movie made? I know that one. 2000. Yep. Thomas and the Magic Railroad was made in 2000. Exactly. What's the second one? Well, the second one is, when was the last Thomas movie made? Oh, I don't know that one. How do you not know? You own movie. I didn't really pay attention to the CGI movies order and which one was made, what year they were made. Does anyone know? No. No. Well, I'm a robot, and somehow I do know. Because I don't have a really good built-in AI, but I kind of know. 2018? Yes? Big World, Big Adventure was made in 2018. Now I know why I didn't remember it. Why? Because that movie was trash! So that's why you didn't want to remember it? Yeah, they ruined my freaking franchise, so frick them. Frick Mattel. Okay. So, you guys got 1, 1, 1, 4. Well, actually more. So you 3 got a tie. So I need to think of at least a couple of questions to disperse it. I have to think of them right now. I'm going to just pick it. Why, Edward? Okay, when is my birthday? Well, not my birthday, my birth year. You didn't tell anyone about it normally. Yeah, I'm just making sure. Because I only told one person in the past week. And it wasn't you, James. Oh, so this is so you're purposely trying to get someone to win. Because they're the only one that would know. I think he told me. Because, when I was in in the thing, Yeah, like back when I was a therapist, basically, in the Among Us video I told you. When was it? 1896. That's true. So we got 2. Yes, but you 2 still have 1 vote. Well, 1 win. So we need to find a way to break the tiebreaker. How about I do this question? Who was a real life engine that visited Sodor years ago, and it made Duck have be egotistical. None of us was there back then. That's why I'm trying to get them to win. We don't know. So I have to think of another question. What type of thing will they do? This might take a while. I have a great idea that only one person will know. Which character here has been called a certain ethnicity when they weren't? Me. Which one? And a random Thomas short from over 2 years ago, Thomas N made it so they called me Mexican when I ain't Mexican. That is true. Why do you do it? That was back when I didn't care about continuity and I was stupid. So basically, I accidentally gave one character a ethnicity, and I made a post saying that they were that ethnicity, but now it's canonly debunked. Just like Edward being that stuff that he wasn't. Trackmaster gang. That's all debunked now. So your team's up for elimination. Aww. So see you guys in episode 9. So this is going to be the halfway mark. See ya.